Now at 5, an arrest made in the killing of a millionaire philanthropist living at a Potomac senior living facility.
Hey, something was very odd. That alarm sensor going off, as it did right on the time that he disappeared.
The suspect's ties to that facility. Plus, D.C. Water holding its first public meeting since the start of the Potomac River sewage spill, the questions they're preparing for, and when restrictions on the river could be lifted. Then warmer air spreading across the DMV. Meteorologist David Matson is with us with when the sunshine may disappear. And crime in the district taking center stage during Trump's State of the Union address.
We have almost no crime anymore in Washington, D.C. How did that happen?
How his record-long speech is landing with Washingtonians.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall.
And good evening. I'm Annalisa Gale. Well, Montgomery County Police have now arrested the man they say killed Robert Fuller Jr. nearly 2 weeks ago at a senior living facility. Now, it's a case that has horrified many in the community.
And police wrapped up a news conference a short time ago to discuss the latest in the investigation. DC News Now's Dave Law. He joins us from police headquarters in Gaithersburg.
Yeah, Dave, what are investigators saying this evening?
Well, good evening to you, Annalisa and Mark. 22-year-old Marquise Brown of Baltimore is charged with first-degree murder in the death of Robert Fuller. Montgomery County Police say Jones worked at the Cozier Senior Facility in Potomac, where he distributed medication to the people that lived there, including Fuller. Court documents reveal employees identified James in video released last week by police. He delivered the medication to Fuller and his partner on the night of February 13th, when James is said to have fired the one shot that killed Fuller later that evening. Maryland State Police pulled over James during a traffic stop in the early morning hours of February 23rd in Baltimore. He is said to have fired twice at an officer. That officer was not wounded. Investigators recovered a shell casing at the scene they say is similar to the ones found that James used to kill Fuller. Investigators arrested James Tuesday in Rockville. Meanwhile, friends of Robert Fuller told us what made him special.
A strong, outstanding citizen, giving, caring, and that we all appreciated what he did. And mostly behind the scenes. He wasn't necessarily out front and making a big deal of it.
James remains held without bond. He appears in court tomorrow and could spend the rest of his life in prison if he's convicted. We're live in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Dave, thank you. Meanwhile, Maryland's Department of Health now says it's seeing a drop in gun-related homicides since 2021. New reports from the Violence Data Dashboard shows there were 275 gun-related killings last year compared to
Otherwise, it's just been helping us to boost those temperatures up. And there you go. Compared to Tuesday, when we were still hanging out in the 30s, we're all running 15 to 20 degrees above that, which means, yeah, we got to enjoy those 50s out there on this Wednesday afternoon. And no worries as you head on toward the very end of your Wednesday here. We're going to see the clouds break up even more so. Would have been nice to have that earlier to get a little more sunshine, but we'll take what we can get. And those temperatures are going to stay fairly mild as the winds back off heading into the overnight. Now tomorrow there is a storm system passing by close to us. It will bring back the clouds, who could end up seeing a little bit of rainfall out of that. And how are things looking as we head into the weekend? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Happening tonight in just 2 hours, D.C. Water and local leaders will face the public for the first time, answering your questions about the massive sewage spill in the Potomac River.
As D.C. News Now's Liberty Simmons tells us, the meeting comes just days before restrictions on the Potomac River are expected to be lifted.
DC Water is holding a town hall meeting with the community here for the first time tonight, and this will be the opportunity for concerned members of the community to question leaders face to face on how they will fix this.
We haven't had any overflows in more than 2 weeks, 17 days.
DC Water says it's making progress on the Potomac Interceptor repairs with now 14 pumps on site. Crews have been able to remove 45 feet of rock and debris from the pipe with about 8 to 10 feet remaining.
Once we get that removed, we'll be able to begin our process that's necessary to begin the geopolymer application inside the pipe, which is the key to the repair.
This comes as DC leaders are set to meet with the community at a town hall to outline their response and repair timeline, impacts to residents and visitors, and long-term rehabilitation plans. District leaders say river restrictions could be lifted by March 2nd if testing continues to show safe levels for recreational use, while Montgomery County officials say they will want to review the data first.
I would say show me the data. If they can show data that the levels of all of the potential toxins are back down to reasonable levels, I'm fine with it. I mean, let's face it, water flows downhill. So none of the water that got dumped with this stuff is now where it started.
And after this town hall meeting, DC Water plans to hold yet another town hall meeting, this time in Bethesda, Maryland at Walt Whitman High School on Thursday. In Southeast DC, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
Our thanks to Liberty. Well, Loudoun County Sheriff's Office says that a man has been charged after hitting and killing a high school student last month. Deputies say that he's facing a misdemeanor, failing to yield to a pedestrian. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg live in Ashburn. Daniel, there's still concerns about that intersection.
Yeah, Mark, parents here tell me they are concerned about kids crossing the street before and after school here at the corner of Claiborne Parkway and Portsmouth Boulevard. You can see right behind me that there are those 25-mile-per-hour speed limit signs when flashing, but neighbors say they want more done to prevent another death. The Loudoun County Sheriff's Office says 58-year-old Dale Whitney Taylor of Leesburg didn't yield to 20-year-old Kalina Yu as she was crossing the street on January 13th, just down the road from Stonebridge High School. Taylor was driving an LCPS maintenance truck when he hit her. Deputies say he did stay on scene after the crash. Fellow students learning he was charged with a misdemeanor in her death say,
I think it's definitely deserved.
Friends and classmates remember Yu with a smile on her face, always brightening people's days. Even those who didn't know her knew of her bright spirit.
Within the community, she was known a lot by a lot of different people, a lot of different classmates and teachers.
There's continuing concern about safety at the intersection. Some neighbors saying the traffic and signage is still bad.
It is a bit dangerous. You have to look out for many different cars coming in. I think maybe just streamlining it would be a bit safer.
Taylor was released on summons. Loudoun County Public Schools say he is on paid administrative leave pending the outcome of an internal investigation. We're live in Ashburn. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Daniel, thank you. Well, in the district now, DC's council holding a hearing on complaints regarding MPD's relationship with federal agencies. Council members saying those complaints are rising. The hearing also comes after a protest this morning. Councilmember Brooke Pinto has introduced legislation to reach common ground between concerned Washingtonians and law enforcement. It would require the public release of MPD body camera video and incident details of federal agencies using force.
Coordination with federal and local law enforcement is sometimes important. However, there are many concerns that have arisen out of the surge of federal law enforcement and immigration enforcement activity in particular in the district over the last 6 months. I strongly support our local police enforcement officers doing the work of public safety for our local city.
Pinto's bill also calls for a public database that will track use of force cases that involve federal agents. All right, turning now to sports, some big news from the NFL today about the Washington Commanders' schedule next season.
Yeah, the team will once again be playing overseas in London, England. Last season, you may recall, they played against the Dolphins in Madrid, Spain. Now, Washington played in London 10 years ago, back in 2016, when they played against the Cincinnati Bengals over in Wembley Stadium. That game ended in a tie, 27-all. The London game next season shows the NFL's continued mission to grow the game worldwide. And for players like quarterback Jaden Daniels, it's a chance to grow his brand worldwide.
One of those things where it certainly can't hurt, in terms of his stardom, his branding, and the like. He's such a charming person, such a charming kid, so unbelievably likable that the locals will fall in love instantly.
Well, the NFL announced that there will be a record 9 international games in 7 countries in 2026.
Yeah, pretty exciting. They do have direct flights right there from Dulles to London. I love a good London trip. So you can have London and some American football.
I think if Derek, if I understood him correctly, when we spoke at 4 o'clock, that means it's technically a home game, and that means that Commanders fans here at home will miss out on a home game, and I don't particularly like that. Not that anybody cares.
Well, I think it would be a good time. London is a great city. It'll be a lot of fun.
All right. Well, why don't you pay for my ticket? I'll go.
We'll go.
Right.
We may go. We'll see.